All right, the sun is setting and the mosquitoes are out full force. It's dangerous. And I gotta tell you, I made a mistake. When I did the Dodge Demon video, which you can watch, apparently people don't want to learn about the technical aspects of this car. They want to see people doing stupid stuff and going sideways, which is what I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on in this, but we gotta cover the basics. The Challenger interior is what you've seen for so long. It's got the micro suede material Alcantara on the doors and on the seats. It's got this checkered plastic look on the dash. It's got buttons and switches and plastics that are literally straight out of a K car. And I read this a while back. A Chrysler or Dodge executive said, we don't focus a ton of energy on interior space because our customers don't appreciate it, or that's not what they value. And when you drive this, I can kind of understand it, but my big issue is this has almost a $90,000 price tag. And when you get into that price range, I did some fuzzy math. The engine, transmission, and differential package can't cost more than $40,000. And I know this thing has literally been depreciated because all the tooling, all that stuff has been around forever. So this is one big failure of this car that I wish that they would spend a little bit more time on. It would have a huge impact just to get rid of this horrible, chunky, cheap-looking dashboard and door panels and plastics. It's such a minor tweak from a customer perspective, but again, this has been going on forever. The gauge cluster is great. All the electronics work. You can see oil temperatures, oil pressures. The infotainment is pretty quick, although the SRT pages take forever to load. You have a physical shifter that clicks into gear. There's no digital stick here. Pretty much everything is as basic as it gets. You get a usable trunk, great seats with this SRT logo on the back. I mean, the suede-ish material feels good, and the big thing about this interior is, granted, it's not the Charger, it doesn't have 4 doors, but it is more skewed for somebody that has a bigger frame. So if you're a bigger person, you're gonna fit in this and really enjoy it. Now, really, there's only a couple other things to say. One, this has the wide body package, which allows you for wider wheels and tires. That's the main thing, because this thing, with this type of horsepower, struggles for grip. So you're gonna notice that, and it's gonna be great if you wanna run real sticky tires. You can actually utilize this power. The other part is the underbody. And this whole setup was done around circa 2008, and they've modified the body structure since then. So what you're gonna see is what you've seen forever. Double wishbone suspension in the front with some aluminum. You have Bilstein dampers, which are tuned the same as the regular Hellcat. It's differentiated from the Demon because they are tuned more for track versus drag. So everything it pretty much carries over there. This does get pretty much everything from the Demon in terms of supercharger, engine, and it does divert the AC system when you go into track mode into the supercharger to keep it cool. And you can see the temperature drop in the gauge cluster about 20 degrees when it starts to divert the coolant, which is, it's good to see that it works. Clearly the geese are here, and that means it's time to take this for a drive. Let's get on the road. Thanks for ruining everything. Oh my God, if we make it through this drive, I will be grateful. I'm in the car with Jack, who is in straight up pure prehistoric Neanderthal mode, driving the Redeye.
And I'm here, Mark, to preach the gospel of Hellcat Challenger and Charger.
Oh my God. So I got behind the wheel of this car, and I had driven the Demon, the Hellcat prior to this. I've had my belly full with this. And when I drove the Redeye on these tires, it is an absolute, it's just futility. There's no traction. You spin the tires up in first, second, third gear. Everybody looks at you like you got some hideous boil on your face because you sound and look like the biggest asshole driving this car.
Yeah, when my girlfriend saw this car, she's like, I bet you look like the biggest bag of dicks in this car.
Well, Well, she's not wrong.
No, she's not. But what I will say about this car is, unlike the M cars we've driven, this car does fun better than any other car I've been in this year.
I will give you that. I know your blood, you know, I can tell your adrenaline, your blood pressure's up driving this. To me, I just couldn't wait to park it and get into something a little bit more whispery quiet. But I know that's not the Jack style, so we'll let him have at it and show you what it's like to straight up ape show this Redeye. Oh my God, dude.
But I mean, it does that all day long. I mean, this is the automotive equivalent of beer goggles. I don't care that this has a $25,000 interior. I don't care that it is 9 miles a gallon, but it makes you laugh like a little boy.
It does make you laugh. It makes you laugh, at least. It doesn't make me laugh as much, but it's ridiculously fast. It is unbelievably fast. I think everybody that's gotten in this car says the same thing. It's like a true experience. How many cars can you say that?
None. There's not
other
than the Demon and the Atom and several other very special cars. You get into this thing and you're always smiling. You know, my 75-year-old neighbor got in this. My 60-year-old Asian mother, they all got in this car and they're like, "Oh, this thing's a piece of shit." And then I nailed it and they're like, "Ah!"
Yeah. And the other thing is, for its size and kind of age, it's extremely capable.
Yeah, we had this out on Road America, and thanks to FCA and Mama for that. It is shockingly capable for a car that weighs basically 4,600
It's capable
pounds.
enough. I wouldn't say it's great. It's just too big to be a road course car. It needs modifications. The brakes don't hold up. But you know, screw that. Let's just show me what you're gonna do here. What are we gonna do, Jack?
That's that defeatist corporate attitude I'm used to.
Yeah, let's see what you can do in a straight line.
So launching the Hellcat Demon is a simple, Demon Redeye is fairly simple. You just match the gas.
Oh my God, bro! Holy shit! Oh God, dude! Oh. Oh my God, dude. So, really, that's my problem with this. Yes, you have traction control off, and that's all you're gonna do is just shred the tires. But to me, as a daily driver, give me some more grip. Give me usability. You can't use this on the street. You can't.
But, all right, hear me out. A moment of seriousness. In the Midwest, in states where there aren't twisty corners, why would someone buy something like a C7 Corvette, which costs about the same amount of money, and they'll never take it to the track? And they won't have the same access to fun they will have in something like a regular Hellcat or this. This is my argument for this car. It does fun. We have this debate all the time. Oh, the M5 isn't fun. The M2 isn't that fun. This car is. I mean, it's what it does. It does theater and pantomime more. I mean, it's insane.
I can tell how amped up you are, and
yeah.
I think there's a certain type of person that is going to be absolutely unloading in their underwear to experience this car. And I'm not downplaying it. It's truly amazing what it is, what it's capable of doing. The counterpoint to it is, yeah, you can't use a true sports car on the road no more than you can this. There's truth to that. This car, it's just too much. If you have no self-control, you are going to kill yourself or somebody else or be in jail, because that's how fast it is. It really is a dangerous machine.
Oh, it's totally ridiculous. And if you buy this car, you need a really good lawyer.
You need more than a good lawyer. You need probably some sedatives before you go out and drive it, because I mean, you can't not go out and drive this like a straight up, like you say, baboon. It's so nuts.
So would you buy this car? That's my next question for you.
Well, I think we talked about it on the interior. For $90,000, no. I mean, it's just too much money. But if this is your dream car, like the Challenger, the heritage of it, the brutal power and amazing transmission, there is no true muscle car on the market that you can buy and have a warranty like this today and give you the feeling of this. But this isn't my type of car, but I can see why, to some people, $90,000 is child's play. Literally, if you have $90,000 money to buy this, you're gonna have so much fun, even more fun than a supercar. And I'm not kidding. Like, This is more fun than the McLarens and Ferraris I've driven on the street. It's just kind of, you have to be accepting of all the trade-offs that come with this.
If you can accept it and you can, I mean, be swayed like I am, I do think this car is automotive beer goggles. Because when I drive it, I don't seem to care.
No, you don't care.
But you do, and I think that's the difference.
Well, that's the thing. You're so captivated by it. I'm not. I see the faults, but I also see the beauty of it, and that's a good point to go right to the final thoughts. Final thoughts on the Redeye. This car is the definition of unnecessary and stupid, and that's partly why it is so damn enjoyable to drive. It connects with all your senses, and that's something that many sports cars completely miss. Every company's so obsessed with overly refining the experience that it's no longer fun to operate, and you're going to see this with the upcoming EVs. As fast as they are, you're not going to hear it, and the Hellcat is all about that. Now, there are some areas that FCA misses the mark on, of course, but I'm glad in this day and age that somebody's investing the money on a vehicle like this, and that the SRT engineers understand that there are people that want this still. Now it's time to talk about the pros and the cons. Let's start with the cons. The price point, and at $90,000 or thereabouts, this architecture, the platform that it's on is ancient. The second half of it is the interior space is straight up Walmart quality. And I know certain customers that are loyal to this brand don't care about that, but it's something that is very difficult for me to look at. Yes, it all works. It's all functional, but I want more. What can I say? The second half is you're gonna destroy tires on this car. You're gonna need coupon codes for the rest of your life to be able to pay for it. And the other part is you're gonna have at least, or even more, your car payments are gonna be less than your fuel costs. Because at around 9 miles per gallon, if you're driving it like a Silverback, you're gonna be filling up every week or twice a week. Now, the pros are this. The engine, I don't care if you think it's, old school, it's amazing. You hear it, you feel it, there's nothing else like it. The transmission performance with the Demon and the Redeye, you can't believe how fast it's shifting. Even when it's breaking traction, it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, trying to find that optimal gear to give you the most amount of traction. And it's from a technical perspective, it's amazing. And from a driving perspective, you appreciate it. And I think that's the dichotomy of this car. It's so confusing and just bro-dozer-ish on one hand, and on the other hand, you're like, I want it. And if you want it, you're gonna pay for it and you're gonna enjoy the hell out of it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next video.
It's getting hot out there, real hot. When it's this hot, it's hard to crank. You could be cranking all night. Oh yeah. It's hard to crank. We got something for you. We got jungle power. He's gonna put jungle power in all by himself. Look at that. Oh yeah. Don't worry about how we do our job. We've done this before, trust me. Check this out. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right there. This guy. He knows how to work equipment. This guy knows how to work his equipment. Check it out. How straight do you want it?
Like it straight.
You think you're straight? We'll get it straight. Ooh, get ready. Here it comes. You want it? There's only one way to get it. Unfriend, unsubscribe, everything to Savage Geese. Ugh, gross, makes me sick.